Okay, quick question. What is your hard-earned customer data doing right at this exact moment? Seriously, take a second and think about it. For most businesses, the honest answer is, well, absolutely nothing. It's just sitting there gathering dust on a server somewhere between active purchases. You've spent countless hours in marketing dollars acquiring these customers, right? Yet the second they finish a transaction, their data just goes dormant.
So let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at exactly how to unlock the massive, hidden financial value of all that idle first-party data you're sitting on. We're going to explore a platform called SMMT, which we pronounce as Summit, and we'll see exactly how it takes a stagnant, fragmented database and transforms it into a powerful, passive revenue stream. It's a total mindset shift in how we view the lifecycle of customer information.
Here's a quick roadmap of what we're covering today. First, the idle data problem. Second, what are lookalike audiences? Third, a complex platform landscape. Fourth, enter SMMT unification. Fifth, the SMMT passive workflow. And wrapping up with number 6, unlocking the value add.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the idle data problem. So like we said, your isolated customer database is currently sitting idle. We're talking about purchase history, behavioral patterns, engagement signals, all generating absolutely zero value between active purchases. Right now, your data only works for you when someone actually clicks buy. Everything in between? It's just dead weight scattered across a dozen disconnected tools. But here is the fascinating paradox. Major brands out there are spending billions of dollars trying to reach the exact engaged audiences that you have already built. You literally have what they want. But there's a structural wall between you. They're essentially blind to the highly qualified consumers currently locked inside your data silos.
Moving right along to Section 2, what are lookalike audiences?
Okay, so a lookalike audience is simply the process of uploading a core list, what we call a seed, of your first-party customer data to an ad platform. You're basically asking its predictive AI to go out and find a much larger audience of people with similar behaviors and traits. I absolutely love the seed and soil analogy for this. Think of your first-party data, your high-value past purchasers, your loyal subscribers, as this incredibly fertile seed. The ad platforms, like the massive social networks and demand-side platforms, well, they're the vast soil. You plant your data there, and it grows into a huge addressable audience that advertisers eagerly want to bid on. It's literally the engine of modern digital advertising.
Section 3, a complex platform landscape. Now, the real challenge here is just how incredibly fragmented and dense this lookalike ecosystem has become lately. On one hand, you have social platforms like Meta, TikTok, and Reddit that let advertisers stack niche community behaviors and invert interests. But then, contrast that with the DSPs, demand-side platforms like The Trade Desk and Amazon DSP. They aren't just guessing based on invert interest, they use actual shopping behavior signals, which makes their lookalikes uniquely powerful for direct e-commerce conversion. And then you have B2B networks like LinkedIn offering unmatched firmographic stacking, meaning they target by specific job title, company size, seniority, the whole shebang. Understanding the nuances between actual shopping behavior and inferred interest is absolutely critical. But let's be real, navigating this entire web manually to effectively monetize your data, it is an absolute nightmare for any standard business.
Now, what's really interesting about this number right here, 10,000, that is the massive hurdle you face. 10,000 is the strictly required minimum number of customer IDs you have to upload to platforms like TikTok and The Trade Desk just to build an effective lookalike model. If you don't have tens of thousands of perfectly formatted, consolidated profiles ready to go, you literally cannot play the game at the highest level. You're locked out of the premium monetization tiers simply because of data volume requirements. Crazy, right? And to make matters worse, the rules of this ecosystem are constantly shifting right beneath our feet. Simple data aggregation, it just isn't enough anymore. Google is actively transitioning away from strict lookalike boundaries and moving toward AI suggestion-based models. And in early 2024, LinkedIn literally killed off their traditional lookalike feature entirely to move to predictive audiences. The whole ecosystem is completely fragmented. Relying on outdated manual uploads or stagnant spreadsheets is a guaranteed way to watch your data's value plummet as these platforms just continue to aggressively evolve.
Which brings us to Section 4. Enter SMMT unification. SMMT serves as the ultimate bridge across all this chaos. It seamlessly connects to your existing tools. Whether your business runs on Shopify, WooCommerce, MailChimp, or Salesforce, SMMT pulls all that fragmented data, your e-commerce, your email, your social, your analytics, and completely consolidates it into a single, highly intelligent customer profile. It does all the heavy lifting of gathering the data scattered across your business, breaking down the silos that have kept your insights isolated and basically unusable. By centralizing this info, SMMT creates a dynamic hub that is constantly updating and refining the picture of your audience in real time.
Now, the crucial point here is how painless this unification actually is for your daily operations. First off, there is zero migration or disruption to your workflow. You don't change how to do business, and your team doesn't have to learn some complex new CRM. Second, there's built-in GDPR and CCPA compliance, meaning your customers' privacy is protected at the infrastructure level from day one. You never have to sweat over regulatory red tape. Third, dynamic open RTB scoring ensures your data is automatically optimized, meaning you earn market rate revenue when brands bid on it because it's assessing the quality of your profiles in real time. And finally, whether you have 500 customers or 500,000, SMMT scales to fit your business perfectly, effortlessly growing right alongside your expanding audience.
Let's move to Section 5, the SMMT passive workflow. Let's see how this builds step by step. It's a fully automated ecosystem. Step 1. You connect your existing tools, securely linking your platforms. Step 2. SMMT unifies all those disparate data sources into one cohesive profile per customer. Step 3. It immediately anonymizes the data, encrypting all personal identifiers to keep everything incredibly safe and compliant. Step 4. It clusters and segments those behavioral groups to make them super valuable to the broader market. Step 5. Safe exchange. This is where major brands finally get to bid on those highly fertile data seeds we talked about earlier, targeting those specific behavioral clusters. And Step 6. Earn. Raw, scattered CRM data is securely transformed into passive programmatic revenue. It is a seamless pipeline from raw data straight to direct deposit.
Finally, Section 6. Unlocking the value add.
This whole process creates a tremendous financial impact. It's what we call the iceberg model of hidden potential. Most of your business's true value is currently submerged, hidden in the form of unused data. With SMMT bridging the gap, your passive revenue effortlessly grows quarter over quarter, all while you get to focus entirely on your core business. You let brands bid on your audience, generating revenue effortlessly in the background. And on top of that, you radically reduce operational costs. You stop paying for duplicate tools, you eliminate manual data consolidation, and you streamline your entire software stack. You achieve operational excellence and create a brand new stream of passive income, all driven by a cleanly unified client database.
It all comes back to this core philosophy straight from the source material. Turn your fragmented data into your most valuable asset. Your business thrives not just when you make a direct sale, but when you intelligently leverage your audience in the spaces between those active transactions. That is the absolute fundamental shift in mindset required for modern digital success.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to treat your data as your most valuable asset and let SMMT handle the rest? Take a second and think about the untapped wealth just sitting silently on your servers right now. It's not just a stagnant database. It is a powerful revenue stream just waiting to be unlocked. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I hope you leave today eager to finally put your data to work.